Hi, everyone. Welcome to Michelle's Mystic Corner. It is Crown Share Saturday. Look, I got my crown on today. Just showing it off today. I love this one. So I hope everyone is doing good today. I know there's not a whole lot in the chat yet. Um, I know Dax is in there. I know Dan will be along shortly. So there's that. We've got that coming up. Um, you know, and I want to take this moment to send a very, I just want to say happy heavenly birthday to my mom. It is her third heavenly birthday, and I just want to tell her how much I love her and miss her and just giving her the shout out she deserves. So happy birthday, Mom. All right. Oh, yours is, yeah, that's right. Yours will be in January. Yep. Yeah, I woke up this morning and went for a drive, and there's things rustling around in the back seat. There is nobody in my car. I knew it was my mom. She always said she was going to haunt me, and I told my kids. I told two of my grandkids that I want I want to be made into ashes, and I want to be put into individual um oh my goodness, hourglasses, because I love games. We're family game, big into that. So that way, all of the kids, whenever they're playing games, mom will be there. Mom will be the banker, the timer. Uh, let's see. Dax says that I will be drawing a card for the day. We'll have a discussion about it. Yep. And then, yes, I will be using my cards for each question. So he's just saying what we're going to be doing. Please feel free to bring your deck along with you because I'll be answering questions today. Um, and let's see. Hopefully, I think Linda might try to join us today. I love when Linda comes on. She's so sweet. We love when she comes on here. So I'm just going to shuffle real quick, and we are going to have a card of the day. For some reason, this one just sticking out to me. Huh, we have the Four of Wands. I like this card. So here's our card that we are going to use today. When I see the Four of Wands, so Wands is a very fiery, its element is fire, which is passion, which is action. Um, I want to say it's also willpower, which is really, really important in this because you got to have the willpower to be able to do what you want to do, right? It's also about celebration. You've got the number four in there, there's stability. But with this card, the Four of Wands, it's more about celebration. So you're celebrating a victory, okay? So in this one, there is victory to be had. She has her tambourine, they're dancing around. They're probably waiting for maybe even the knight or the king to come through because, each suit has a story to tell. So here is the card of the day, the Four of Wands. So what is your interpretation of the Four of Wands? I know it also depends on the cards around it, but again, this card is celebrating with others. That's how I see it. And sharing your victories with others and waiting and giving praise to those who might need it. So in a way, when it comes to my Lenormand deck, I love my Lenormand. I always go to the Lenormand. Okay. When it comes to my Lenormand deck, the Four of Wands makes me want to say that it is very much, I just completely lost it. I said it was action. I said it was teamwork. See, I lose my mind when I get started talking. Okay, appreciation. Here we go. That's where I was going with this. So they are on the sidelines here. Okay. And like I said, it looks more like they're waiting for a knight or a king or a queen to pass by because they want to give their appreciation, their thanks, and their gratitude to that person. So the Four of Wands makes me think of the gift in the Lenormand deck. The actual card is called the bouquet, but its meaning is appreciation, gifts, adornment, things of that nature. So there's our lesson for the day on combining cards of two different natures. Okay, let's see. Dax says, the Four of Wands in tarot typically symbolizes celebration, harmony, stability, and joyful community, often associated with the milestones like weddings, homecoming, or personal achievements. Yes, absolutely. And it signifies a strong foundation in relationships or home life. The reverse meaning can suggest delayed celebrations, internal conflict, hindering happiness, or a need to appreciate private achievements. And that's really important because we don't often celebrate those private achievements. We don't look at some of the things we do on a personal level and celebrate those like we would for our friends or our kids or our family members. We need to do that for ourselves. Dax is absolutely right. So thank you, Dax. I greatly appreciate that. Okay. It is still pretty quiet in the chat, but if I say that word, maybe a bunch of people will show up. That would be nice. We'll see. So, okay, I am going to go ahead and do, after I shuffle, my general read for the collective once everybody does show up. Right? A short show. Absolutely. Hey, if it happens, it happens. Okay, we're gonna do a collective reading. And actually, three cards just completely were like, I had one up here, one in the middle, and one on the bottom that literally were just sticking out like this. So I'm gonna roll with that. Okay, I have the Ten of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the High Priestess. Now, I don't normally do reverses, but I'm going to because these two are upright and this one is reversed, which does not normally happen. So, we have talked already about what the Four of Wands indicates. So I'm just going to set that guy right there and let it sit there for a minute, maybe. All right. And we have the Ten of Wands, which indicates a walking away and leaving behind what you need to leave behind. What you need to leave behind, and this reading is pretty clear here. Okay, so here it is showing you it's time to walk away. It's time to leave something behind. Okay, it's time to move on to something new. But what you need to leave behind is the Two of Swords. And that is some kind of internal battle that you have going on inside of your mind that is leaving you feeling completely trapped, completely alone in your thoughts, unable to make a decision on which way to go because you need that stability. You want to have victory in whatever it is you're doing, but you have some choices to make, and it's holding on to you really tightly. So what we need to do, the high priestess is reversed. So you are not spiritually in tune with yourself, with your own higher divine essence. So in order to reach out and be able to celebrate your own personal achievements, you need to make some choices on what is not helping you and what is helping you. So first thing you need to do is look at some meditation. It's time to maybe do some breathing exercises, do some light meditations just to get you started. 5-minute meditations. I know it can be so hard to sit there for half an hour sometimes. So you start with 5 minutes and just remember that you are not a human being. You are a spiritual being. You are wearing a human avatar and having a human experience, but you are still that spiritual being. So you need to get in touch and start remembering your own inner higher self. Okay. And then you'll be able to start having those personal victories, sharing them with others, and turning big ideas into realities and then into victories. So that is the collective read for today. And so I, I hope that helped you and me, Dax. I know it did for me because it's like I had some choices to make and I made them this morning. And it's like this is totally what I needed to hear. So that was kind of awesome. Okay. Let's see. Take a quick sip of my cold coffee because my husband's not back yet. And he's the coffee guru. Yep, just us. Hey, Melissa. How are you today? Welcome in. Okay, so we are using a specific card, and then I'm going to draw some new cards, but we were using the Four of Swords as the main source of, I guess it would be the heart of the situation. Or as my mentor Dax, my teacher Dax says, the heart of the matter card. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to turn my ringer down. Okay, so the situation is stability. And I can see that in your question. Okay, so, and this is like more of a yes or no question. So let's just take a look here. Okay. So I have the King of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and I have Judgment and the Four of Wands. Interesting just thought. Okay. So when you went to the doctor, okay, here is your boyfriend right here. And here's you. You are surrounded by all these thoughts, okay? And they are overloading you. And he is intellectually wanting to have more communication, more maybe even intimacy on a verbal level. Okay. So it's not that he is going out on you, it's that he's looking to learn how to become more of an emotional being versus a intellectual being. So I'm not so sure that he's cheating on you as much as he is out. Um, I really feel like he is out really seeking his own self. Linda, welcome in. I just, I don't, I don't see another woman per se, but what I am seeing is him looking for the different parts of himself that he needs to find. That's what I'm seeing. And so I think he's really searching to figure out who he is and what it is he is trying to look for. Absolutely. And good luck with that. I hope it turns out good for you. So, Linda, how are you today?
Hi, very well, thanks. How are you?
Good. I was wondering if you were going to show up. It's pretty quiet. Melissa had a yes. Melissa had a question about she went to the doctor and she was curious if her boyfriend went out on her.
Okay,
Went out on her. I
okay.
believe that yes, and oops, I just shuffled it, but the card of the day is the Four of Wands.
Four of Wands. Okay. So the Four of Wands to me is waiting for the right time to do something. There's a season, there's a time and a place. I'm very aware that, and I was talking to somebody earlier on who also mentioned that we've had it's just gone into Virgo, and there's a new moon in Virgo.
Hmm, interesting. Okay.
And I must admit, it certainly feels at the moment as though we've suddenly gone from summer into autumn. So I was lazing around on the beach earlier on in the week, and then the weather completely changed, and it's certainly much too cold to do anything like that now. And I'm just looking for the card, so I'm just seeing what I've got. Hold on.
Hello, Maria. Welcome in.
And I'm
Okay.
trying to the copy of my Four of Wands, and I can't.
Here
Fiddle.
is
Am I walking on the cards now? So yes, Peppy is here again as well.
here's
My little
mine.
cat.
Oh, hi, kitty.
Here she is. That's Peppy,
Hi,
and she's all
Peppy.
her cards. What are you doing, Peppy? What's your input then? My
Hello.
other cat has gone into a bag. So here it is. That's my four. This is my Four of Wands.
Nice.
Let's move things about so that my cats can.
Okay. Well, can you explain again about why you pulled the Four of Wands and how you were doing the reading? Okay. So what I'm doing is I pulled the card of the day, which is the Four of Wands. I'm going to, Dax asked if I can explain again. So I pulled the card of the day, which is the Four of Wands. And we are answering questions using this card and the cards that you pull. And if you are a member of the guild, the Tarot Guild, the Psychic Cafe, like Linda, you can come up here with me on join us on the video. um, where you can answer in chat, you can answer questions. Hi, Dr. Rose, welcome in. So that's how we're doing today. It's Crown Share Saturday. So feel free to put your questions in the chat and we will answer them as we go along. Okay. Maria. Maria wants to know if in the next 5 months Philip will try to come back to her. So, Miss Maria, you need to learn to appreciate yourself. You need to learn to look at yourself as if you are a gift. Okay? And if you are a gift, from what you are saying, Philip is destroying your gift. So, it is time for justice for Maria. Okay? And I don't mean justice as in legal justice. It is time for you to look in the mirror, look in the well, and start filling these up. What you got to keep and what you got to get rid of, what you appreciate about yourself, and what you don't appreciate about yourself. And then, and this is why you need to do this, because he is going to try to come back. Absolutely. Of course he is. He's Philip, right? But you know that if you go back to him, you are going to feel this Five of Pentacles. You are going to feel lost, alone, without your own finances. You're going to be sitting outside your own door. So, yes, he is going to try to come back, and you are going to be so grateful that you are your own gift and you do not want him ripping up the flowers off of the stems of yourself, that you are going to tell him no, and you are going to tell him to walk away. Okay? And that's what I have for you. Going to the cafes, trying to do things, going to good. Good. Yeah, like a TV soap opera. Of course, Maria. Let's see, and Dax said, I got the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands for Melissa's question. Oh, awesome. And the High Priestess, the Four of Wands for Maria. I agree with all of what Michelle's saying, and you need to celebrate you. And the High Priestess wants you to tap into your own inner wisdom. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, Dr. Rose, how are you today? And Linda, do you have anything you want to pull?
Are we still talking about Maria?
You can, yes.
Well, actually, I did pull a card. I'm not sure whether it's how this factors into what you've been saying, and it sounds as though this Philip may not be 100% good news. I've got the Princess of Coins, and to me, there is a potential, but maybe at the moment that maybe at the moment you should be concentrating on your own potentials, and perhaps there's something coming up in the autumn, a new opportunity to make some extra money, and it'd be a good time to focus on that.
Ooh, absolutely. I like that.
So that could be the thing to concentrate on at the moment. And if you know in yourself that this is the way forward, you really don't want somebody who could be potentially not so helpful in within that context.
It's hard. I know it's hard to enjoy your own company. She
And
said,
there's the other thing again, it's the new moon. So it's a new moon in Virgo. So new possibilities to
yeah.
create something tangible. And that should be the thing to focus on at the moment rather than anything else.
Hmm. Yes. Do something tangible. Absolutely. I love that. Yes, it's the time to do creative work. It sounds silly, but I I say I can't draw, but apparently I can a little bit. So you could like when you're home alone someday, Home Alone, good movie. Um, you can get an easel and go to like YouTube. I think that's what we're on now, and put on it's a Picasso drawing, and it shows you how to draw, and you can just draw right along with. And it's really fun. You would be amazed at what you can create. Yes, exactly. Yep, your attention on him is just telling the universe you want more of him, so you got to get rid of all that attention and focus on you.
And it's an excellent time to start doing that as well in view of that new moon. Got the feeling that autumn's come early this year somehow.
I hope it does because it's really hot here.
It's a straight. Well, yeah, the dog days. I mean, I love summer and just going off to the beach and being a bit of a beach bum. But on the other hand, September can be exciting. There's a whole breath of fresh air coming in, and
Yes.
so the things that you can get involved in. The other thing, of course, is that sitting around on the beach is a good time to brood as well. So thinking about going back to school, starting new enterprises, starting something else. It's in a way, it's called the new year as far as the academic year is going. It is. We've got two new years in the year. We've
Hmm.
got the one in after Christmas, but we've also got the one in September.
Yep. Yes, because everything starts back up in September. All the schools, my kids go in a couple of weeks. So, yep, I love it. Let's see. Drawing made me remember Bob Ross. I know he did make it look so easy, and he always said there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. And one of my daughters can definitely draw, and I'm looking at her drawing going, I would have ripped that up and started over, and she made it look amazing. Well, it might be a short show today. Doesn't look like there's anybody else needing to have any questions, which is a-okay. We did a collective reading. Maria, you always have more, which is fine. I'm the same way. I'm always like, me, I got more. As a preschool teacher. Okay, well, you get a new job as a preschool teacher. You and me both, sister. Okay. See how many cards I can throw around first. Okay, here's what I got for you. Ouch. Sorry, I got a kink in my. We've got The Chariot and the Fool, which are most definitely yes cards. We've got that Four of Wands, which are yes cards. We've got the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. What is with you and the Wands? It's so much action. It's saying, yes, take that job. Try to get a job as a preschool teacher. Um, and that's going to give you what you need. You've got the Knight of Wands, and it's interesting because I just did this analogy about the Page of Wands is like the student that learns what he needs to learn, like so a doctor per se in school, and the Knight of Wands is like the surgeon that is in his first year of internship at the hospital. So that's saying, yes, take what you've learned and go do what you need to do and become that preschool teacher.
Are you
Dax
sure
said,
you want ones? Because I've got another one. I got the
oh,
Queen of, and this is quite this is quite a formidable card, and very good at recognizing the potential in her students. And that's the exciting thing. You don't know whether your kids are going to be astronauts, teachers, or working in a bank, or actors. There's all that possibility coming out, and that's always rather exciting, I think. So if you have that tendency, well, that's the right place to be. But I would call this another yes card.
yes, absolutely. And then Dax said he got the Nine of Cups with the Four of Wands. Definitely looks like you're going to be happy and celebrating, satisfied, which sounds like a fat yes to me. So, yeah, absolutely. Go for it, woman. You got it, girl. At least I know you and I can talk to you like that. So, uh, oh, look, Dan finally showed up at the end of the show. Uh, oh, of course, Maria. Uh, Poor Dan. He has just been used, abused, and terrorized by all the women in this house. And then we have this kitten that's been running around, and we finally caught it. And I thought it was a boy. No, it's a girl. I love it. Uh, well, gang, I think we might end early since there's nobody else here. Um, I see Dan's trying to text something, but oh, yeah, he was doing water meditation. But showers are the best time for meditation. Just saying. It's a great time. You can lock the door, turn on music. You've got the element of water, element of air all around you. There you go. Element of fire if you have the water hot. Element of earth, because remember, you are all of the elements. You can stand in for any element. You can stand in for all elements because you are all of the elements, including spirit. So, all right, guys, on that note, thank you so much for being here, Linda.
You're
Uh,
welcome. Thanks for having me.
yeah, we're going to end really early because it's pretty quiet today. So, bye, everybody.
Bye bye.